As expected, Donald Trump beclowned the United States during his trip to Beijing. Xi Jinping was talking about reordering the global architecture. Donald Trump was talking about Chinese food. Play the clip of Donald Trump saying there's lots of Chinese food restaurants, Xi, in the United States. That shows our bond through Chinese food. Let's play the clip.
Just as many Chinese now love basketball and blue jeans, Chinese restaurants in America today outnumber the 5 largest fast food chains in the United States, all combined. That's a pretty big statement.
Xi Jinping had a clear goal and objective to make China stronger in the world and assert China's leadership as the major hegemon. Donald Trump's goal, to the extent there was any, to look cool next to Xi Jinping in the propaganda videos the White House was going to put out. Donald Trump, who creates these cabinet meetings where he makes everybody glaze him, became the person who glazed Xi Jinping like he makes his cabinet members do to him. It was certainly a sight to behold to see Donald Trump throughout this public meeting with Xi Jinping say how powerful you are, what a great leader you are, how strong you are. Here, play the clip.
You're a great leader. I say it to everybody. You're a great leader. Sometimes people don't like me saying it, but I say it anyway because it's true. I only say the truth.
Okay, do you think Xi Jinping reciprocated at all? No, I'll show you what he said in just a moment. But Xi Jinping also had a bunch of little school children jump up and down for Donald Trump in some weird Pyongyang-style propaganda thing, knowing that Donald Trump would like that Kim Jong-un treatment, although I think we should probably keep all children away from Donald Trump. And Donald Trump, though, said, I really loved the children. Those children were really, really great. I love to see them next to me. Gross. Play the clip.
Senator.
Like few I've ever seen before. And I think I was particularly impressed by those children. They were happy. They were beautiful. The military is obvious. It couldn't be better, but those children were amazing and they represent so much. And I know they represent so much to you.
By the way, what do you mean the military was great and couldn't be better? I don't know, maybe the United States military, just a bunch of bizarre things that he was saying. So what was Xi saying? What was Xi Jinping saying? He was talking about the Thucydides trap and that we've reached a point unprecedented in recent history where the very foundation of the global order is shifting. What he's saying very clearly is the United States is getting much weaker. Its position as the dominant global hegemon has fallen, that China is rising. And like the Thucydides trap refers to the rise of Athens, surpassing the power of Sparta and causing the Peloponnesian War. To avoid the Thucydides trap, the message from Xi Jinping is essentially stand down. Get out of my way so we can avoid the trap as a new dominant power. In this case, China emerges. So while Donald Trump was acting like a Xi Jinping fanboy, you had Xi Jinping saying this about the Thucydides trap. Let's play it.
Currently, transformation not seen in a century is accelerating across the globe, and the international situation is fluid and turbulent. The world has come to a new crossroads. Can China and the United States overcome the Thucydides trap?
Did the Trump regime put out any statements on Taiwan? No. Did China put out any statements on Taiwan? Yes. They said, if you dare mention Taiwan, there will be conflicts and clashes. China's foreign ministry spokesperson put out a statement saying how Xi stressed to Donald Trump that the Taiwan question is the most important issue in China-U.S. relations. If it is handled properly, the bilateral relationship will enjoy overall stability. Otherwise, the two countries will have clashes and even conflicts, putting the entire relationship in great jeopardy. That's the statement of a hegemon. Do you believe that the Trump regime responded? No, they did not. Instead, Donald Trump was outside after those meetings with Xi Jinping, and he was asked, so did you talk about Taiwan? What did you talk about? And Donald Trump, with this blank stare like he just saw a ghost. I like China. I like China. China good. I like it. China beautiful. I love China. Here, play this clip.
For your talk, sir.
It's great.
Did you talk about Taiwan?
Great place. Incredible. China's beautiful.
Yeah, neither wanted to say anything about it.
No. One did want to say a lot about it. She put out statements, a lot of statements about it. The other did not want to say anything about it. Let's bring in Brett and Jordy. Hey, Brett and Jordy, great to see you, brothers. Donald Trump showed up groveling. It appears that the United States got absolutely nothing. China got our H200 chips that they always wanted, those highly coveted semiconductor chips. China got the recognition, essentially by the United States, that we were not going to interfere with China making statements about its one China unification policy. Nothing happened with the Strait of Hormuz. In fact, Israeli intelligence is leaking to their local press that the war resumes next week when Donald Trump gets back, because Trump always wanted war with Netanyahu again, just didn't want to ruin the China trip. So it seems that if we were keeping score, China got everything, Trump got nothing, just like in the war in Iran. Iran got everything, Trump got nothing. But like the loser Donald Trump is, he'll say, I'm the master negotiator. Look what I got. What did you get? Brett and Jordy, great to see you. Midas Mighty, great to see you.
Great to see you, Ben. Great to see you, Jordy. Great to see you, Midas Mighty. And I just want to remind everybody at the top of the show to make sure that you go ahead and add the Midas Touch podcast on all your favorite audio platforms. And as you know, like a month or two back, there was that glitch on Apple, and a lot of people actually got unsubscribed from the show. So make sure you go check it out. Make sure that you are still subscribed to the Midas Touch podcast on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, whatever you use. I mean, what a contrast. I just want to say at the start here that I completely understand when you are invited to a country for talks like this, that you should be respectful of the people who invite you. And so I'm not about to knock Donald Trump for necessarily being respectful to Xi Jinping. You should be, right? That's part of the diplomatic process. But that doesn't mean that you have to completely roll over and give the guy every single thing that he wants. And what played out here is just, it's so typical with Donald Trump and how kind of dictators throughout the world have been able to play Donald Trump, people who Donald Trump view as strongmen. Donald Trump acts like the beta in all of these situations. And when you see him at those tables, Ben, your comparison, I think, was absolutely apt. He seemed like his own staff, how they act around him. Oh, yes, sir. You're amazing, sir. You're such a great leader, sir. Oh, my gosh, you're incredible. You're incredible. And what Xi Jinping was able to do here, I think, was actually like a brilliant move, because he impressed Donald Trump with the pageantry, the surface level shit. That's what he knows that Donald Trump likes. Donald Trump likes the pomp and circumstance. He likes the little children dancing for him. We don't have to explore that right now. He likes the military there. He likes that kind of big welcome, even though Xi was not there and a lot of the high-ranking officials who would ordinarily be there were not there. But Donald Trump likes the imagery, right? That's all he cares about. He wants to look important. He wants to feel important. And while Trump was embracing all of that imagery, Xi Jinping was basically knifing the guy. Like, Xi Jinping was there saying some of the most ruthless things that I have heard China say to United States president and to the United States in general, that I have seen any foreign leader say, that I have seen China say maybe in my entire life. I mean, for him to make that comparison, Ben, he is saying to Donald Trump's face that the United States is a declining empire under his watch, and that China is the ascending empire. And he was essentially telling Donald Trump, get the hell out of my way. This is destiny. And as we cross paths, as the United States is on the decline because of you, and as China is on the rise, there could either be war, there could be clashes, or you could just sit there and let it happen. Oh, and by the way, don't you dare interfere with our relationship with Taiwan. That was a statement that he was making. And I think the whole thing went completely over Donald Trump's head. You think he knows what the Thucydides trap is? I'm like, absolutely not. When he is hearing this stuff, he didn't even know that he was being dissed by Xi Jinping throughout this process, but it was just one thing after the next, after the next. And we'll get into what Iran was doing at the same exact time that all of this was going on, but you kind of see this coordinated effort by all of these countries, by the United States' adversaries to kind of corner us here, and at the same time, like make Donald Trump feel good about it because he got his photo ops, he got the dancing, he got the pomp, he got the circumstances, he got played is what he got.